Okay, so daily discipline. I really enjoyed the live stream, guys. Thanks for coming on. Those of you that weren't on just earlier on, you can watch it. It's on YouTube. One of the best ones I've probably done in the last 10 years. We went very deep, covered all areas of anxiety. I shared my story in detail. A lot of people shared their story on the stream. There's so much good knowledge in there that can help you to build a business, to make money, to be a better person, to get over social anxiety, any anxiety, to forgive, to be a better. We covered pretty much everything there. One thing that I didn't cover, I'm going to cover now, is another part of my story. So I'll just get straight into it. So in 2017, I had a mental health breakdown after being successful in other areas, which are not that important now for this moment in time. And what came out of the mental health breakdown was brilliant stuff, many things, and I can't share them all now because we'll be here all day. But what did come out of it was the daily routine that I'm doing. I never would have thought to do that. I wouldn't have been motivated. And it was a collection of my own praying, a lot of the things that I'd done before in life, like the amateur boxing, bodybuilding. It was like a collection of all experiences that I had in my life, things I've learned from friends, myself, mentors, and I put it together, simplified it, did it myself, and that's how I've lost over 40 pounds in weight since 2017 to now, which has been about 6 years, because you've got to realize that it was a struggle for me, putting on weight, losing it back and forward, coming off medication, but nonetheless I did it, and I live my life like this, and I love it. So when I got this right, I made a promise anyway that I was going to share my story, whether people paid me or not, share it for free, to give back. And that was my motivation to come back, because I wasn't motivated to do it enough for myself. I just didn't care. I was so depressed. I was so unwell. But thinking in my heart that I could come back for others, that really gave me extra strength and inspiration. And I just fell in love with training again. And my friend Nick, he helped me with probably 90%, 100% of it. He taught me the diet, he taught me how to find my passion again, how to change my whole relationship with training and how to adapt it into my daily life, in my business, in every way, shape or form. So I'd love to share that with you today. I'm already doing that, but to just give you a bit more details. So I really want to explain to you how much fun it is. I think that's the big misconception that a lot of people have, and I've had, where they have this attitude that it won't be fun, that they're going to hate it. I know that's a strong word. I don't really like using the word hate, but a lot of people feel that way, and it's fear, anxiety, it's stress, it's life, it's this, it's trauma, it's the anxiety again. It always comes back to the anxiety. But what I found was, if you find a reason and a purpose, and within that, I'm going deep because it is deep, but I want to make this very simple. If you find a routine that you enjoy and that it makes you happy and it stops you being stressed and anxious and it helps you to get through life better, you're going to stick with it. Once you find that regime or that routine, for me, definitely at the start, what made me happy was swimming. I just focused on swimming, doing lengths up and down, because as a kid I was all scared of it, because I got bullied at school and laughed at, and I was quite ashamed of my body growing up. I was quite a skinny kid. So it was something that I wanted to do, and I enjoyed the swimming. So I did the swimming for a couple of years, and then I thought, I've kind of got bored of the swimming. I'm not bored of it, but I've got a lot out of it. I'm going to come back. I'll never get bored of swimming. And I thought, I need something more physical. I need to get out of my system. I need to go back to boxing. So I went to my old amateur gym, trained there for about 6 months. They're lovely to me. Lost a lot of weight there. Then I thought, right, I want to join the weightlifting gym and combine boxing and weights and swimming. I just felt that. So that was right for me, and I really enjoyed that. But when I was doing all that, my diet was appalling. I wasn't dieting. I wasn't eating healthy because of my fears and anxieties and my addictions towards eating bad food. So I was training hard. I was getting fit. I was feeling better mentally, but I wasn't dieting. And then my friend Nick, he taught me how to diet, and then I fell in love with the healthy food I was eating, which I post up on all my platforms. Please go and look at it, take it as much as you want, get the results. So I started to eat healthier slowly. It's been a battle for me, and it still has been, because I've got an addiction like everyone has to sugar, cakes, McDonald's, KFC. I started to let go of the unhealthy food, really minimize it. A cheat meal here and there is fine. Consistently eating healthy, then the weight just fell off. Then I got inspired by David Goggins. I love his story. He's inspired me. And I thought, you know what? Running is something that I didn't like as a kid, or I told myself, now I love it. So now I mainly do running because that's what I enjoy. And I find the running is the best for weight loss, better than anything that I've found. Boxing is brilliant, don't get me wrong. Boxing's the best at the same time. But running really gets the weight off. And I find running is the best for the mind, calming the anxiety down and the stress. If you combine it with boxing, even better. So that's my routine, and I alternate that routine. I don't want to confuse people. Obviously, you've got to find what works for you. So from 2017, when I had the mental health breakdown, I was in hospital on medication, up until the present now, 2023 to this day, I've alternated my training regime from swimming, boxing training, weight training, specifically the classic sort of bodybuilding split, you know, chest, arms, and then I'll sometimes change it. I got inspired by Bruce Lee, worked the whole body, and then running. Now I've kind of reduced it to, haven't done swimming for quite a while, and I've kind of calmed the weights down, and it's hard for me to admit it. I've kind of calmed the boxing down, and I'm mainly focusing on the running now, but I will go back to the other stuff. So, and that's fine. You don't have to be rigid with all this. And my diet is on point. It's healthy consistently, and I'm actually getting better at it, obviously. So I've made the transformation because I knew deep down, but until I did it, I mean, I've lost over 40 pounds. At some point I'm going to edit the videos. If you guys and girls see me, how I look, you won't recognize me. Maybe some of you can see the difference, but if you see the comparison, I am going to put a video together. There's just so much footage. I probably will need to hire and pay a cameraman soon to go through the footage. If you see how different I look, it's shocking for the good. So anyone can do it. Again, I never thought I could do it till I did it. And that was a story that I wanted to tell. That was my goal back then. And I can't believe that I'm doing it now, that it's a reality. I'm really grateful because I wanted to come back to help other people. So I just want to make a point of explaining something. So yes, it doesn't matter who you are. You don't need to know me and my story. I'll be happy if you've come on this video and you're struggling with weight, with diet and with training, and you're going to go out, lose weight, train, get your diet right. I did my job. But my deeper story, for those of you that know me and people that have had the same anxiety disorder that I've had, I wanted to come back and get well so I could tell the story and be an example, and it would give people permission, strength, hope, and they wouldn't feel ashamed or embarrassed, because I'm not ashamed or embarrassed. I'm over the moon of what I've gone through. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have learnt all this. I wouldn't have been motivated if I didn't go through the breakdown, and if I wasn't on anxiety medication. I'm off the medication now. I've been off them for several years. And you know, my whole attitude has just changed my whole life, right? That's my personal life. Now, in regards to my business, it's transformed my business, because I didn't plan to do this. I planned to lose the weight, get in shape, share the story everywhere. If I could share it with old people, young people, in businesses, in schools, wherever, prisons, anywhere I can, to help other human beings that have suffered. Because that was my promise to God when I was struggling. I said, if you help me, I promise you, I'll help as many people as I possibly can. I'll face my fear and do that. So I keep my promise. I try to be a man of my word. So anyone can do it. Do you know what? It's not that hard. I'm going to be honest with you. What's hard is struggling, suffering, being depressed, being down, having suicidal thoughts. That's hard when you're in that place. That's very hard. But again, if you've got faith, which I found again, and people around you, it's easier. But it is hard. But you know, living your dreams, this is living a dream for me, because I always loved training growing up as a kid. A lot of my best friends I met in this industry. And you know, it really started off with, the first person who introduced me to training was my dad. My dad was always fit growing up, he always trained. And he's the first man in my life to help me to train, so I'm grateful to my dad. He was the first person, and then it was Bruce Lee. you know, growing up like all kids, and then it was, you know, Van Damme, Schwarzenegger, and then Ronnie Coleman, bodybuilding. So it really, praying to God and ignited that passion again. And as I said, Nick, my friend Nick, just transferred that over because he's in fantastic shape, lived it, breathed it, and was kind enough to mentor me and to help me whenever I wanted. So anyone can do it. It makes you feel great, and it really does help. Now it's at a stage where honestly, it's great being in shape, especially as I'm 40. But what I value more now is the mental peace that it gives me. If I don't do this regularly, then I get depressed, I get down again. I can get down. I can get unhealthy amounts of anxiety. I can easily lose my whole purpose in life. I can question things and go into that confusing, not so good place. So it's discipline. Now I'm in shape, I live it every day. I want to do this as long as I can. And I actually recently had to do it because it's so powerful. I've included it in my paid programs, all my paid confidence coaching programs, because this works and I'm living proof of it, and my clients are getting amazing results. And anybody, like I always say, well, I'm already doing it. Anyone who, you know, not everyone's going to make my programs. I can only coach so many people, but no one gets left out because all the information is available now, free online. And I want people to have this information so they can act on it if they want. Obviously, I can't force people. You can't do that. You can't force someone to get fit and train. I can only share my story, encourage you, and you know, say from the bottom of my heart that you can do it, because I'm no different to you. And at a certain stage, I'll show, because people have been asking me, and I'm happy to do it. I just got to face my procrastination, anxiety in this area, and go through the footage, because a lot of footage on YouTube, and edit it down and show you how I looked when I was overweight. And I was overweight even when I come out of hospital, all throughout, you know, 17, 218, 219, 220. I think it was only in the last, I think probably since around 222, I started to get slimmer and lose weight. But it's not just the weight loss, it's my whole, you know, everything's changed in my life. I'm in a better place, as you can see and hear. So I like the transformation through fitness and weight loss and dieting. I like how that transforms your mental health, your whole, kind of does. It kind of brings out your personality more. It makes you feel better. You look younger, fitter. So anyone can do this. And I want to help more men and women, especially those who have the anxiety disorder, because I know what that's like. So it's amazing. And if you need more information, I post all my stuff on Instagram, my meals, my routine. There's nothing that I hide. It's all out there if you want the information. Obviously, I don't mind. You can copy my whole routine, take it, or if you want, you can design your own. I think it's probably better people find their own routine, but you can copy mine. It works. Swimming, boxing, weight training, and running, and dieting. And I will go more into the diet, because there's obviously I've got to explain that everyone's diet's different. I've done a lot of intermittent fasting. I found that's been brilliant for me. Now that might not work for everyone, and there might be a certain period you do it, but again, it's trial and error. But nonetheless, if you exercise regularly and you enjoy the routine that you do, and you diet regularly, you eat less, you eat better quality food, you're going to lose weight and you're going to feel better about yourself. So how you go about doing that is your choice, because you might have a slightly different diet to me, which is fine, but the principles are the same. Eat a healthier diet. Try to reduce the junk food, because I'm not going to be too extreme. Every now and then I'll have some McDonald's or KFC or cake, because it's okay to have a little bit, but not like I used to. Most days I eat healthy and clean, and that's probably the hardest discipline of all. It definitely is. The training for me is easy to a certain degree, but the dieting is challenging. So yeah, I alternate, and it's a journey for me that I'm on. It's funny that we're talking about this, because I'm doing a podcast show for a good guy. He's followed me for a while, and he's got a fitness channel, and I don't know, this video might go up after or before that, but I'll leave a link, because I think he's going to give me the footage. I'm excited to go on and share my story, especially in this area. It's all about mental health, confidence, fitness, and he does all that, and he looks in great shape, and I like his message, which is why I'm going on his platform, and I appreciate him giving me the opportunity. So we'll connect on that. So yeah, this is a big part of my life, my personal life, my teaching, my training, and the message, the core message on this channel is to help men and women who have got an anxiety disorder or fear to live their dreams and to move forward in life. And however that means to them, it's different for everyone, but the principle's kind of the same, you know. So yeah, I do a daily routine. In regards to how often do I train, probably 5 times a week. I do take rest. I'm a big believer in rest, because otherwise you burn out, you know, mentally, emotionally. So as long as you're consistent, you'll get there. But yeah, I'll leave it for now. I'll do more videos. So the daily routine mindset is basically training yourself to do it daily. And then obviously you take days off when you need it. So, you know, whether you train Monday to Friday, weekends off, or I like to mix up. There's times I train on the weekends and in the week, and have a couple of days off in the week, because I'm running a business, clients, family, friends. So it's very straightforward. You find a routine that you like, you stick to it. You find a diet, you stick to it. You start getting results, you enjoy it. You find other people that are passionate. You fit it into your schedule, whatever your life is, whether you're employed, whether you're unemployed at the moment, whether you're running a business, whether you're traveling. There's no excuses really if you really want to do it, but it takes time, it takes patience. It took me 6 years to get to this point. Now, don't be intimidated or scared. That doesn't mean it's got to take all of you 6 years. Remember, don't compare yourself to me or anyone. This is my life, my journey. We're all on our own journey in life. So you can do this a lot quicker. I could have done this probably in a year, if I had more discipline, and, you know, other things happened. We had the COVID, all the other stuff happened, but that could be all excuses. And I struggled. I kept going back in and out of eating, putting on weight, losing weight. So, but what difference does it make? As long as you get there in the end. But if you can do it quicker and I can help you to do that, great, all right? I'd love to know in the box below, if you guys and girls are already doing this, you're already into training, great. If you're starting, if I've inspired you, if you've seen my other videos, and if you want to follow up my Instagram, links will be below. I've got a TikTok account, Instagram, meals, training, diet, clients. Also as well, I teach this. Those of you that want to invest in paid coaching, I do coaching online. We don't have to be in person. Wherever you are in the world, we can book an hour or 2 hours of a coaching session to help you with the mindset and support. That's available. That service is there if you want it. Or if you wanted to do something long term, you can talk to me about that. As I said, I work with committed people. Message me, I'm friendly, I'll get back to you, we'll get on a call. I'll see if you're right for my program. And that could include an entire transformation, not just with fitness and dieting and training, but, you know, the whole 360, you know, living your purpose, getting over your anxiety, because they're all kind of connect on the same things. Or a shorter program, let me know. My email address is below, all the information is there. So yeah, I've covered all cylinders of what I wanted to do today, and I'll see you in the next video, all right? Good luck.